laps the distance. The Bristol Toyota Pace Truck pulls down to the center of the infield. Bobby Tripp, Darryl Church get ready to roll off of turn number 4. 35 laps of distance. Tonight we crown the Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown champion. They head down into turn number 1. Darryl Church works the outside lane, but it's Tripp a half a truck length ahead down into 3.
Bobby Tripp goes to work looking to gain as many points as he can on his other bubble competitors. He sets the pace early in this one as Darryl Church looks to distance himself from his other Everett's Auto Parts chasers for the Triple Crown this evening. Darryl Church slides down to the bottom, shuts the door on Amy Arsenault. Jake Vanada makes it 3 wide, backs out of it at the last second behind Amy Arsenault.
Radical Rick works that outside lane, edges out ahead of the 9 of Arsenault down into turn number 3. That is the battle for 3rd. Behind them, Vanada and Duarte race wheel to wheel down into turn number 1. They all chase that white number 88, the Everett Auto Parts machine for Bobby Tripp.
Mike Duarte, that first car on the outside as Jake Vanada actually goes to follow him. That battle for 5th as Mike Duarte gets a good run to the outside of Amy Arsenault. That battle actually for 4th as Mike Duarte with a good run. Just ahead of him, Rick Martin starts to apply the pressure for 2nd as he kicks the door wide open to the inside of Church.
Martin takes it to the inside of Darryl Church down into turn number 1 as they go side by side as Mike Duarte trying to go 3 wide down the back straightaway, settles it in back behind, does it again, bumper tag between he and Darryl Church. They both slide back up on the outside as Martin sits 2nd. 3rd is Amy Arsenault. Trouble for Letty Guy. He slides up the racetrack. We stay green down the back straightaway.
Jake Vanada and Brittany Campbell are going to slide on by Darryl Church, and those 3 cars in a row, that is for your Everett's Auto Parts Triple Crown this evening. So Jake Vanada at the top of that race. He currently sitting in 4th overall. Meanwhile, Bobby Tripp, smooth sailing at the point, leads Rick Martin by 3 chuck lengths, but the Northeast Alternatives number 14 starts to go to work and eat into that lead with each passing turn.
8 laps are complete as the field thunders off of turn number 4. They cross the stripe to complete lap number 9. Bobby Tripp and Rick Martin, 2 drivers from the same town that have been racing together against each other for well over 20 plus years. Bobby Tripp, 2nd generation racer. Rick Martin, 2nd generation racer. Grew up here with their dads. They started racing a while ago and they continue to put on a show. Nose to tail down into turn number 3. Martin knocking on the back door. He comes off of 4 with a run. Down to the inside he goes. Tripp trying to shut the door down into 1. Not getting it shut. Martin keeps it open off of 2.
Martin has methodically hunted down the 88, and just like that, he's arrived right at the doorstep. Bides his time down low. Pulls up right to the door of the 88. Slight touchdown into 1. The 14, though, continues to dig down low. Dead even as they drag race down into 3. Bobby Tripp with a strong move up top, but can Martin reel him right back in? They touch again off of 4, and they're still too close to call.
2 hard-nosed racers racing at the top of the field off of turn number 2. Tripp on the outside, Martin down on the inside. 2 drivers that know how to get around this 3rd mile, putting a clinic on them for the rest of the field. They are still dead even at the stripe. 14 laps up on the board. Martin trying to edge out. Tripp pushing hard up on the outside. They both float in hard and deep down into turn number 3. Martin comes off the corner with a half a truck advantage.
Neither truck wanting to give an inch, but Bobby Tripp just starting to fade a tad on that top groove. And that's all you need to let Rick Martin slide on by. The multi-time champion, the long-time legend of Seekonk, still got it, clears himself all around. We have a new leader.
Rick Martin sets a pace and starts to put some breathing room between he and Tripp. It is 2 truck lengths already. Amy Arsenault sits 3rd. Vanada is 4th. Campbell rounds out the top 5. Church sits 6th. Cavallaro is 7th, Duarte is 8th, Saritelli 9th, and Lenny Guy rounds out the top 10. 17 laps up on the board. We've reached the halfway in lap 18.
Leaders have a little bit more than a half a lap on the tail of the field as we start to string out here halfway into our 35-lap feature. The battle for 7th place starting to heat up just a little bit as Mike Duarte starts to look to recoup some of the spots he lost earlier on. Duarte with the look to the outside of Cavallaro. Cavallaro in a backup truck as he just putting in laps to feel out what this truck has for the distance as Duarte sets up an over-under, dives it down to the inside of the 80.
Duarte takes a spot away through turns 3 and 4, and he is now up into the 7th position, as they come down off the second corner. Battle for second. Amy Arsenault now going to work on Bobby Tripp as that truck seems to be getting a little bit loose. The back end wanting to slide out from underneath them. Amy Arsenault looks to the number 2 spot. Vanada not far behind. Black flag out for the 17, I believe, of Richard Stockwell that time. Amy Arsenault up into the number 2 spot at the stripe.
Amy Arsenault continues to work. Valiant effort on her part to work past the number 88 Everett's Auto Parts. Black flag shown again to the 17 as he steps out of the racing groove. Leaders coming back around across the stripe as Rick Martin has set sail on this battle for second. That battle taking place about 15 truck lengths back. Amy Arsenault clear around for second. Jake Vanada now down low to the inside of the 88.
Vanada a little bit loose off the corner, not able to complete the pass. Tripp holds on to third at lap number 24 as they come off the second corner. Tripp battling back. Vanada down on the inside as they hit turns 3 and 4. Marissa Morgan got a good look at that pace truck sitting in the middle of the infield. That truck getting looser and looser as this race goes on. And your leader is closing in on the back end of the field.
Rick Martin coming in with 10 laps to go. Meanwhile, our Everett's Auto Parts Triple Crown battle. Jake Vanada still in the lead as Brittany Campbell a few truck lengths back. Bobby Tripp in the middle of those two. Darryl Church third in that battle. Yellow flag on the field.
DJ Tebow going around up in turn number 1, slowing up this field for the first time at lap number 27. Ready to go green. 26 laps up on the board as we get ready to come off of turn number 4. 9 laps remaining. Rick Martin, Amy Arsenault ready to wind up off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls. We're back underway. Martin getting the jump on the field. Here comes Vanada down on the inside, battling with Arsenault for second.
Rick Martin goes to work, building back up the lead that he had just a couple laps ago. Jake Vanada, second in the line, clears himself from the fray behind. Brittany Campbell and Amy Arsenault touch down into 1. That shuffles the 9 up the track as Brittany Campbell with the look down to the inside, though. Amy Arsenault with a good run down into 3, able to fend off the 8 out of 4.
Mike Duarte right there in that fight as well as they hit turn 1. Campbell a little bit loose going into turn number 1, working the inside of Bobby Tripp, keeping it tight on the bottom. A little bit loose going in that time. Contact is made. No problem there. Duarte sits in that 5th, 6th spot right behind that fight, looking for an opening. This time there's 5 laps to go as the 14 of Martin sets the pace off the corner. Duarte with a tap. Tripp goes real sideways down the front stretch, gathers it back in, and Duarte had to back off the throttle. Lenny Guy and Mike Cavallaro get together. 5 more trucks get involved, including the 52 of Jeff Bellier, the 1 of Tim Bolger, the 20 of Ethan Heilborn, and the 5 of Tom Scully III. All get caught up in that incident off of turn number 2. Lenny Guy got a little bit sideways, got into Mike Cavallaro. They got sideways, and as everybody was getting on the throttle, it was quick happening right there off at 2.
Yeah, that back half of the field.
To the infield, Martin and Vanada, Arsenault and Campbell. Those are your front 2 rows. We get ready off of turn number 4 as Steve Bowden looks them over. Up on the throttle, here they come. Martin and Vanada drag race down the front stretch. Martin gets a half a truck length advantage. Here comes Amy Arsenault down on the inside, trying to get up into the top 2 as Campbell works the outside of Arsenault into 3.
Jake Vanada with a slight fade off of 4. That's going to give the clear and undisputed lead to the 14. Door open for Amy Arsenault in the 9 as the Helger South Coast Power Equipment truck battles to the inside of the 29. Side by side off of turn 4. And it's a drag race across the line with Vanada just taking taking down the second spot that time.
Down into 1 and 2, and Martin starts to put more breathing room between he and the rest of the field, while Arsenault and Vanada stacked up double wide. Behind them is the 88 of Tripp, and caution flag is out.
Jake Vanada wind up the top groove. We've seen it fast all night for some other divisions. Can he make it work for him tonight?
Reaching down and making sure that everything is good. Green flag unfurls. We're back underway. Martin and Vanada drag race into one. Martin gets the advantage. He sets the pace off the second corner. Arsenault trying to fill the hole underneath Vanada. Vanada shuts the door. Here comes Tripp back up on the outside.
Jake Vanada leading the charge in the Everett's Auto Parts Triple Crown. Just behind him, fused at the hip, come the number 19 and the number 88. As they're side by side coming back around to the white flag, Rick Martin leads him around with 1 lap to go.
One more time around, and it is Martin and Vanada 1 and 2. The race is for third. Bobby Tripp up on the outside. Amy Arsenault down low. They hit turns 3 and 4. Checkered flags are out. Martin will take down another win. Vanada for second. Arsenault just edging out Tripp at the stripe. She will pick up third. Bobby Tripp for fourth, and Brittany Campbell rounding out the top 5. And that means that Jake Vanada, with his second place finish, is your 2023 Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown champion. It's races like this that keep you young, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Just when you think it's over, there's 2 more to go. Another caution, give me another shot at me. But truck was running flawless today. I got to thank the crew. Rick, Ed, Jim, recovering at home. Hope you're doing well, Jim. And, all the sponsors, Richie's, Jim from Morrow Cosmetics, Shine Shop, Northern, everybody, Brightman Lumber, all them guys. Thank you all, and the fans. Thank you for coming out.
Was it a little bit of a throwback, you and Bobby Tripp racing side by side for that lead for you?
Yeah, it's been a while since we rubbed fenders there, but it'll run you hard, but it'll run you clean. It's always fun riding with Johnny and Bobby over the years.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. Win, Amy Arsenault, what a great run for third. You and Bobby Tripp at the end. Did you know you got him at the stripe?
I knew I was going to. I saw he was a little out of control, and I said, there's only 2 laps. I'll stay in control and beat him to the line.
It's going to feel real good. Haven't been able to get to the podium, but you've been consistent all year. The truck has been good. Seems like you found something over the past week.
I have been up here once, but yeah, I'm excited to be back, hoping we'll get some momentum to roll into the playoffs.
Congratulations. I know you got some people you want to thank.
I have a lot of people. Everyone on my team, Jay, hello, Hannah, Jay, Dad, and Jeff. Everyone at RHR, Richie, Ryan. I'll thank Mikey LaForte since he thanks me every week. All of the sponsors, Nanny's Lounge, Chaz's Auto Body, Helger South Coast Power Equipment.
Congratulations. Third place finish for Amy Arsenault. All right, and your Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown champion, Jake Vanada, ladies and gentlemen. Jake, congratulations. I'd shake your hand, but it's a little full with something more important. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Got to thank all my guys. The long off season, not our primary main goal, but one of them. So it's good to accomplish it, and just super proud of the work that we put in. We still got some more work to do. Like I said, got to thank my wife Katie, my daughter Rowan, my mom, my dad, Ron Boris, Dave Gilbert, Jay Daniel. I got to thank JDD Productions, Viking Sheet Metal, Haggerty Construction, Bumper to Bumper Accessories, Hand Chassis, Gesner Auto, Dunkin' Donuts, Simple Sign Works, Barone Construction, Farrier Electric, Elite Collision, Atlantic Cafe. So, thanks to everyone, all the fans coming out. Thanks to Everett for putting this on. Thanks to David Alba and the Vendetti family at St. Germain, Seekonk Speedway. So, thanks to all the fans, though. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.